This is a video I have not been looking forward to recording for many reasons. Um, but I'm forcing myself to sit down and do it because it's something that needs to be said, just in case something happens. So, as many of you know me, I go by Diddly Do or Diddles on YouTube, but I'm gonna be real with you guys. My name is Brandon Salter. Uh, this is a video I don't really want to be on camera for, so I'm probably going to have some video of some gameplay in the background. Probably like Sonic Battle. I tend to play that whenever I don't feel good. So, long story short, I've been dealing with depression my entire life. It's... How should I put this? I'm not even going to edit this. I'm just going to put it on the video and be done with it. I know a lot of people say that they've been dealing with depression, and I can completely understand them because I've been dealing with it. And it's not because of... See, I'm trying to be eloquent with my words, and that's making me not be able to say what I need to say. I'm just going to cut to the point. This is the third time I'm saying it, but I've been dealing with depression my whole life. The reason why is because I've always felt like I didn't belong. I was always different. I mean, you have all the stereotypes. I was the fat, nerdy kid who loved playing games and watching cartoons and anime. So yeah, like, of course I wasn't going to belong in school. That's like the perfect pickings to get picked on at school. Those are the perfect traits to have if you want to get bullied when you're younger. But it wasn't just that I felt like I didn't belong at school. Like, that's just going to happen. It happens to most people. But for me, it felt like I didn't belong in my own home. Because, you know, home is supposed to be a place where you can go and have that be a safe haven, or I guess the word nowadays is safe place. But it didn't feel like that for me. Because I was... gosh. Me and my brother were raised without a father. We both went our own ways with dealing with that. He went on and did his thing. I won't get into it because whatever. But see, and this is a part of it. This is a part of the depression. I can't even think about all the things that could attribute to why I'm feeling the way I am. I know that one of the major reasons is because I feel like I don't belong. It's like, just forget all that stuff I was saying about my father. Yeah, that's probably a reason behind it as well. But I've just felt like a black sheep in the family. And I guess this serves as a message out there. A message for everyone else out there. It's because sometimes you don't know why. Sometimes you just don't know. So whenever someone is brave enough to say, "Oh yeah, I'm depressed," sometimes just saying why isn't going to help, because sometimes the person doesn't even know either. Like, I struggle with that. I know that I'm depressed because I feel like I don't belong. I don't know why I feel like that. Like, I can take guesses, but that's about it. It's... This is really just going to be me talking, which is what I guess I need to do. I can't just keep this stuff bottled in. But from the name of the video, what happened, I guess I do need to talk about what actually happened. So, throughout most of the years, I did a pretty good job of, I guess, hiding what I was feeling. Because, you know, everyone saw me as the person who's supposed to smile or always be happy. And I was good at that for a while. But we cut back to when I say I felt like I didn't belong. It was like that for years, but I just had to keep being a person who could belong in this place that's apparently home. But then I went off to college. And when I got there, I was surrounded by people that I actually felt like I belonged in with. I felt like I had finally found a group that I could call my own, a family. And no, this isn't me saying that, oh no, the people I live with aren't my family. They are my family. I love them with all of my heart. It's just, it's, it's like getting stuck with a college roommate that you know nothing about, or you, or, I won't say that. It's like getting stuck with a college roommate and you know almost everything about each other, but you just don't have anything in common or anything to talk about. You're just going to feel like that's not a place you want to be in because you're just sitting in a room with someone you have nothing in common with. That's basically what. Well, I can't even equate that to my family life because, I mean, I guess I could. I don't know. I might do more of these just talking because I guess it's something I need to do. But as I was saying, uh, when I went to when I went to college, I found that group, and I felt like I belonged, and that was great. And then a couple months ago in February, we lost one of our friends, Aston Williams. He lost his battle with depression, and that was an eye opener for all of us. Like we all learned to pay attention to the signs. And when I started looking at the signs, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel the exact same way. And the scariest part is that I kept having a recurring thought that I don't even like to think about at nowadays. And that recurring thought was, oh my gosh, I feel the same way he did. He just beat me to it. And that was the start of those thoughts that I really didn't like having. So I pushed those back and continued doing my thing. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. I made mistakes in college. I lived too much with the family life. Didn't focus enough on the academic side. And I ended up being put on academic suspension. That's why I've been around the house this entire year. So I haven't been able to see them. I barely even get in contact with them. Yeah, we're in a group chat together, but it just it hurts being in that group chat and hearing about all the fun things that they were doing without me. And it I guess that sort of just made it worse knowing that there was a group out there doing the things that I've always wanted to do or I would love to do. With that group that I felt like I was supposed to be a part of, I couldn't be there to do those things, and that just added on to it. So the months went by, I started to just not care, which is why the videos started to come out less and less. I had to force myself to sit down and do reactions for you guys because I just wasn't feeling it. But then as it came close to December, we were planning our, I guess it's going to be an annual Christmas party because we did it last year and this was going to be the second year. And I had a chance to go down there for a day and just finally be with the people I felt that I was supposed to be with. But then things changed. Well, before that, like we did all the planning. We knew what we were going to do. We knew what we were going to do that entire day. And I was super excited. For the first time in months, I felt like things were going on the up and up. Like I was gonna get better. Things were gonna get better. I was feeling genuinely happy. But then things changed. All because of circumstances. I was told I couldn't go down there because what I heard what I was told was because since I wasn't a student, they didn't want me on the campus because I didn't know because we didn't know if that was going to be a distraction or something like that. But the only thing that I heard in that time was like, no, you're not allowed to be down there. You're not allowed to be with the people who make you happy. You have to stay up here and keep pushing yourself to work with almost zero breaks because you apparently aren't responsible enough to go and do what you're supposed to do. And I don't know, something about that really pushed me over the edge, and I just couldn't do it. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to think about anything. The next day when I had to go to work, I stayed there for about 30 minutes. But then it got so bad that I couldn't stay. I couldn't be around other people. I just wanted to be alone. I got in the car and I started driving home. I tried to listen to my music. I couldn't do that. I didn't want to hear any music. I just wanted silence. And the whole time that I was driving home, I kept having these thoughts that I still hate. Thoughts like, it'd be so easy to just step on the gas and crash this car, or just drive off a bridge or something. And I didn't like having those thoughts, and I could have drowned it out with music, but I didn't want to hear the music. And I thought, if I just get home and go to bed, everything will be fine. I laid down, and then the thoughts just kept getting worse and worse. Like, he was like, it'd be so easy to take your life. No one would care. No one would miss you. Like, just do it and get it over with. Everyone would be so much better off without you. And those thoughts hurt me. And the worst part is that I wanted to cry, but I couldn't. Even right now, I still can't cry. I don't. I feel like I'm not allowed to cry. I was fortunate enough to make it through the day. I texted Tiago. We just talked for a bit, on and off. That usually helps. And he helped me survive a part of the day. There's more to it that helped me make it through. I don't really want to I don't really want to talk about that on this one. Maybe I'll talk more once I feel more comfortable. But I don't even really feel comfortable making this video. I'm forcing myself to do it because I need to. I need to do this, not just for me, but for anyone out there who feels like no one is going through this. You aren't. I'm going through it. Other people are going through it. You aren't alone. 'Cause it hurts. It really does hurt. But I'm here. We can all, I don't know, we can all get together and just be there for each other. That's all I can really say that we can do. I'm probably going to try to make another one of these soon. This is probably coming out after the Pello video I did. Like, that was another thing that made me feel super happy. Like, knowing that I made it to a point where I could actually get this Pello doll. Like, that filled me with genuine joy. So, yeah, this is probably a great way to start off your Christmas season. I'm so sorry about this, guys, but I'm glad I can talk about it, because I know this is cliche or whatever, but this is coming from the heart. I love you guys so much. You guys have kept me going for about 3 years now. I could have given up after my first video got like 10 views and no more, but you guys kept me going. And I'm so grateful for you guys. All the messages you guys have been sending me, it makes me feel like everything that I'm doing, it has a purpose. So thank you so much. If I ever just need to talk again, I'll probably do something else like this. I'll probably have more Sonic battle footage in the background. This one's probably going to cut off soon. If you guys want to see the rest of this, I can do something with it. I don't know. I probably recorded more than I should have for this video. But yeah, I'm just rambling now, so I guess that's about it. I'm not going to do the outro. I'm just going to end it right now. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next reaction.